Hi, Dirty Girl here with another sales report video. These are the sales from the week of July 11th through the 17th. Yes, still behind. Still behind. I only had a couple of sales on eBay. You're looking at the first one. It's the little Tootsie Toy Caterpillar bulldozer missing the front blade, which sold for $11.50. I paid $4 for that. Would have sold for a lot more if it weren't missing the blade. Oh well. The second sale on eBay was this set of not Victorian, 1960s British Railroad souvenir pins. Little enamel pins. There's 7 of them. I sold them for $14 and my original price was $1. And then moving on to Etsy, sold the little tin egg separator. It's an advertising piece from probably the 1930s, advertising a grocery store, and that sold for $15, and I paid $2.50 for it. Sterling silver earrings in the shape of scarab beetles sold for $19. I paid $7 for those. All in all, there's some pretty crappy profit margins in here, but a profit's a profit and a sale's a sale, so I have to take what I got. Okay, sold another one of these Asiatic pheasants transferware cup and saucers. They sell for $10 a piece. I've got one left. I originally paid $3 for each one. This Damascene brooch made in Japan with a dragon on it. That one sold for $18 and it was from my mother-in-law, so cost me nothing. These also were from my mother-in-law's stuff. 2 little silver chains, sold the pair of them for $14, cost me nothing. A polished mineral stones necklace. Second one of these I've sold lately. Paid $5 for it and sold for $14. Sorry. Unfortunately, it broke in the mail on the way there. I don't know how it happened because I wrapped it in tissue paper, I wrapped it in bubble wrap, then I put it in a box with newspaper around it. I don't know how it could have broken, but she said the thread snapped or something, which I guess, if it got bent in a certain way, it could. But anyway, so I told her to return it and I would refund her all of her money, because I can restring it and it'll be good as new. It's just unfortunate. Anyway, still waiting for that to come back. This was, I think, my best sale of the week. This is a Native American made inlaid turquoise and sterling silver ring. It's from a rather well-known designer named Frank Vassett. Or it might be his daughter, Bessie Vassett. They use the same mark. At any rate, they're both very well known, and I bought this for $10, and I sold it for $99. That was pretty cool. This is a mahogany stationery box, and I paid $5 for that and sold it for $34. These little coral and jade carved earrings in the shape of roses. I paid 25 cents for them. It must have been part of a lot. I don't really remember where I got them. But anyway, they sold for $18. These, I remember getting these at the thrift store. They're little hand-painted mirrored glass place card holders. You use like a wax pencil or something to put names for place cards, and then you can reuse them. I thought they were really cute. I'd never seen any like them before. They sold for $14 and I paid $4 for them. This is an Edwardian brass mirror. I had to put this new chain on it. It didn't have a chain or a way to hang it, and I thought that would make it a little more attractive. And I paid, where'd that one go? $23.07. I have no idea why that number is so odd. Maybe I paid tax or something. I don't know. Sold it for $62. This is a Marcrest Nordic Mint pattern creamer, mid-century modern, very desirable pattern. I paid $4 for that, and no, I'm sorry, I paid $1 for that and sold it for $14. This little toucan brooch, he's just a little plastic painted toucan. I paid $1 for him and I sold him for $6. And to the same person, this was an earring that I've had since the 80s when I bought it new. It was one of those where you buy a single earring and it looks like it goes through your earlobe. They were very popular in the 80s, and I wore and wore and wore that thing. So whatever I paid for it, God knows, I got my money out of it. And I sold it for $9. Okay. And, oh, this is the other really good sale of the week. This is a filet crochet king-size bedspread or really big tablecloth. Very nicely done, has a really pretty pattern on it. And I bought that at an estate sale for $8 and sold it for $85. So that was a nice profit. This is a silk scarf made by, the tag says Art of the Scarf, Tie Rack. Really pretty floral. Paid $3 for that and sold it for $15. And last of the vintage sales is this white articulated owl pendant. Sold a few of these over the last couple of years, and I paid $5 for him and sold him for $12. Not a huge profit. And then I have one more thing to show you. You may not know, but I have a second Etsy shop. It's called Lennox, which is the name that I use on eBay also. And it's the first shop I had, actually. I started selling a craft product that I was making, and I started doing vintage on the side, and the vintage kind of took over, so I migrated all the vintage to its own shop and kept this shop just for crafts and craft supplies. So it doesn't get a lot of action. I sell something in here every once in a while. Every once in a while I do a mosaic or a painting or something and put it in here. But anyway, this was a fabric remnant, 5 yards of fabric that I sold for $16. It's upholstery fabric, really nice stuff. And I paid $4 for it, and that went all the way to Ireland. It cost me almost $40 to mail it, so someone paid $40 shipping for a $16 piece of fabric, but it is good fabric, so, and it's a big remnant. So that is it. My sales, total gross sales for the week were $499.50, almost $500. And if you take out what I paid, my profits, well, yeah, my profits were $412.68. Now, out of that, I have to pay my fees, which is another 10 to 13%, mostly closer to 10%. So anyway, that's it. It was a pretty good week, I think. And thank you for joining me. I will have another video for you soon, I hope. Another haul video. Should be going to the flea market this weekend. So, you can see my other items for sale at Vintage Dazzle on Etsy. I think I've been giving you the wrong URL all these months, so I'll make sure it's right and I'll put it in the description. And I am Lennox on eBay. Alright, thanks. Bye.